are you getting the full use out of your iPad? This is sitting in front of me that y'all looking at is an iPad Pro 13-inch M4, 512 gigabytes. And what I realize is that a lot of people are not getting the full use out of the iPad to allow the iPad to feel that is worth the price tag that they're paid for in order to get it. Now, if you're anything like me, you have to begin to use your iPad as a full device. And what I mean by that is that I use mine for my main computer. I use my device as my media assumption, whether it's Facebook or Messenger, whether it's watching Prime videos or YouTube, or if I'm not at home, whether it's watching my Xfinity stream on my iPad. I go to the point even when I'm in my car. As y'all will see later, in my car, I use it as my screen to cover my main screen, and use this as it instead. I'm full digital, so this is my full digital device. So we have to. A lot of times, I'm telling y'all, you have to be intentional on how you use it, because this is one of them devices that you get excited when you first get it and you use it, then it winds up being sitting, and a lot of people wind up using their phones and their computers, and this being kind of like a device if they want to watch movies. Or why would you spend? But this one here, $1,600. Why would I spend $1,699 for the iPad, $130 for the Apple Pencil Pro, $120 for the ESR Magic Keyboard? Let's take that into consideration. $700 plus 120 is $1,820, plus another 130 is $1,950. Why would I spend all that just so I can watch YouTube videos or Facebook videos, unless I have the money to spend, which trust me, I don't. This was just a birthday gift to myself. And so what I've realized is that some of the things that I do, and let me show you, you got to pay for GoodNotes to be able to use that. You use my GoodNotes, and let me zoom in for a little bit for y'all. As you'll see, to be able to use my GoodNotes as my, and I still like so you can see one of my you see, using my GoodNotes as far as excuse me, my GoodNotes as far as my digital planner, right? So that's what I do as far as my GoodNotes. One of the other ways that I use it for, it's for all my, of course, for my reminders. I don't need right now. It's just the reminders that I currently have pending. But those are reminders. One of the other ways that we have to begin to use it, I got all my, let's open this, all my Microsoft, from Word to Excel to PowerPoint to Outlook to OneNote to Teams to OneDrive. So to do whiteboard, the planner, and lens, and that lens is a scanner. So all the ways that you be able to use your device as well as your drive. So you have to kind of look at being intentional on how you begin to use it. And one of the things that I found out about this ESR case is that it can do everything that the Apple keyboard can do, and it has a couple of extra functions that the Apple keyboard cannot do. Like if I wanted to do the volume, change the brightness of it, if I can find it from here. Oh, no, that was that. Here we go. I want to change the brightness of the screen. I can do that right on the screen. With the iPad, you can't. You got to go actually into the settings to be able to change the brightness of it. So what I'm saying is that there's a lot of things that you can be able to do, even on your iPad, was just more than just a device. And then the good thing, the difference was say, well, I can get a computer for cheaper. Yes, you can get a computer for cheaper, but your computer cannot do this, right? It can fold back, become a 2-in-1 device, but it can't do this. And you can't be able to keep it being portable enough to be able to take it with you. And let me not start talking about this. The one main feature that I love about this is that, like, let me open my notes and whatnot. So if I'm if I'm typing something, I'm just scribble here and typing something, and instead of me going down here and wanting to erase and all that, just squeeze it. And I never thought that this would be my main part of it, but this is one of the main things that I like because it makes it quicker. Squeeze, and you back to the pen, so it makes it actually my workflow when I'm doing it. And I write a lot with it. It makes it quicker as to the things that I'm doing. And so if you're intentional in using your iPad, and you have to be, sometimes you have to think, well, how can I use it to get, because what you're doing is you're trying to make sure that your value of using it matches how much you spent on it, or you have realized, or you feel as if it wasn't really a good buy, or it wasn't I'm not getting the most value or use out of it for what I spent. So when you start comparing to what you spent versus what your use case is, and sometimes you may have felt slighted, like, it's not this or it's not that. But it's all depending on what your use case is, and whether or not you're willing to be intentional and make yourself use it more than more than just as a media device or watching a couple of movies. You can get any of them for that. I understand the screen is nice and big and stuff like that. But that's one of the things that we have to begin to understand and begin to realize when you begin, like when you begin to use it. I mean, like I said, I do everything. There's nothing that I don't do on my iPad. And a lot of times people buy a phone and their phone becomes their iPad becomes an extension of their phone, because you can go from the iPhone to the iPad, even to the MacBook. You can start something on the phone, finish it on the iPad, or start something on the iPad, finish it on the phone, or vice versa, or whatever. And so your iPad comes when you don't have your phone. But my iPad is my main device, and now my phone becomes a secondary, or my phone becomes a secondary device, because I use everything on here. So my phone feeds off my iPad versus vice versa. How much I love and enjoy using this this iPad. And so I can go over the whole specs and all, but that wouldn't mean nothing, benchmarks and all that stuff. But in real world use, I can tell you that it's fast. Now this is a Wi-Fi and cellular version. You see me on Wi-Fi because I'm at home, but being able to use this and get the most use out of it for what the amount you spend, and it's going to last 5-6 years. Like I had my iPad Pro 2021 12.9 inch for 4 years, and I wound up giving it to my son, and this right here was actually a birthday gift to myself. So I just wanted to come on just to kind of share with y'all that different ways that you can be able to use it, whether you're using it in your car for your media, whether you're using it for your main computer to get your work done or your workflow, whether you use it to go on to Prime and YouTube and whatnot, check your emails, Facebook, you know what I mean? Only thing I say that I don't use it for is to take pictures and videos and stuff like that. So that is more so for my phone and whatnot, because the camera is a lot better on the phone than it is on the iPad. But if I need to scan something, it's on the iPad. If I need to sign documents and write something, it's all from the iPad. If I need to read and I want to read a book or something like that, or if I'm on a website and I wanted to read something and I wanted to read it this way, this is the cool thing about this case here. I can just pop it up like that, right? And just bring it right here. I can pop it up like this and be able to use it this way if I so desire or so choose to be able to do so. And so, but most of the time, 90% of the time, 99, but really, I'm using it like this. And so I wanted to come on just to begin to share with y'all different ways, if I were y'all, to be able to use your device. And if you want to see how I use it as my card, with my car and whatnot, just go check my previous videos, and it'll show you how I use it, how I put it up there with my car and put it in there and whatnot. And it makes for a great device, especially if you're like me, I do DoorDash, and if you're like me, when your mom and them live 1,700 miles away and you're traveling and you driving a lot, in the car. Your son lives about 30 minutes from you, so I'm in my car a lot, and this right here makes sense. The only thing I wish is that the DoorDash when I'm doing DoorDash, I usually use this, and then I can answer my call, of course, through my phone and whatnot. But you do this, but I wish it was full screen versus just that. So hopefully they can get that taken care of one day without a full screen, kind of like the Google Maps or kind of like the Apple Map one, right? Like that. So it makes it for a great device. And if I were you, I mean, I'll be able to. I wish if I were you, and you have an iPad, or you're thinking about getting one, or you find yourself your iPad you haven't picked up as much as you would, and you say, why would I buy another? Because I haven't picked this one up. I would start using it. I would start being intentional on how I use it. And like I said, I got away from paper unless somebody gives me a paper, I have to sign it. But I got away from full paper. Everything I do, all my notes and everything I need to take, and all my stuff that I need to take is all on my iPad and whatnot. So if I were you, like I said, I would begin to I'll begin to use it to its full potential, and everything that you want, you can put it up to an external monitor, and then you can have this as a secondary monitor going back and forth. That's an option as well. And so I love it. Like I said, I'm loving my iPad. I mean, my next couple videos is going to be about certain apps and stuff that I think that you should look at with the iPad. The only app, and I'll show y'all now, since y'all on here real quick. The only thing I don't really care, I can say care for that much, is the Note app, even though I use it for writing a lot. And I'm gonna show you why. Let's open up a new page real quick. All right, let's just say if I was writing a note, right? Just let me see. Let me just write my name. Wow. You know, like what's going on? I'm trying to do this because the camera is like blocking my view. I'm trying to reach. I'm trying to reach. Actually, my hands are reaching around it, so it's not. It doesn't feel the same. So let's say I did that, right, and I wanted to come on here, and I wanted to like start drawing towards it or something. You see this? You can't do anything right next to it, right? You have to do it here. So if I wanted to draw an arrow or something like that, if I wanted to come and type and whatnot, and I'm like, I want to come here and type, or I want to type next to it. You see, you can't do it, right? You can't. Unfortunately, you can't do it, and you'll have to go down here. But to come up, it jumps you up, and you can't do it. And if you try to go down, it'll block everything that you just did and whatnot. So that's the one thing I don't like about the Notes app. Now the workaround is to go with GoodNotes. I don't know if Noteability does it, so I haven't really checked on that or whatever. But if I go back here and I hit new, and let's just say here, and let's just say this is to create a blank document, right? And if I wanted to create a blank document, where am I moving at? Oh, sorry. It's my fault, y'all. I want to create a blank document. And so if I say I want to go, if I say do the same thing there. Yeah, they got. All right, here we go. Let's start right there. That was just too big. Hold on, Ethan. Shh. No. Sorry, y'all. That's my son calling me. No, I'm still on my video, buddy. Hold on. Okay, so if I wanted to do that, write my name is on YouTube, right? And I wanted to take my pencil, right? And let's just say I wanted to do something next to it, right? And now I have to I go up here and let's see, I go up here, click the pencil, right? and of course we're gonna do black, and I want to go here, or if I wanted to circle around it, or point, you can actually write and type all at the same time. And so that was, oh sorry, that was turned. So that was the one thing. And I can move this in a little bit closer so y'all can kind of couldn't see what I was doing. But if y'all wanted to, 1 second. There we go. So if y'all wanted to, y'all see y'all can write all around it, what you couldn't do on. So I'll move it back out. So the one thing that we couldn't do, on the Notes app, that you can do on GoodNotes, that you couldn't do on the Apple Notes. And so sometimes when I be doing work and doing different things, I'll be wanting to do this so I can mark up different things and mark up where I was at, but you can't do it on the Notes app, but you can do on the GoodNotes. So that's something just to keep in mind. Things like that. So, but I love, like I said, I really do love my iPad Pro and my device, because it's great. And it's just me. Like I said, I'm a consumer just like you. I bought it with my own money, just like you. I saved up for it and bought it and whatnot. And so, like I said, let's just be intentional in the things that we do. And like I said, my next video, I'm gonna show you different apps that I may use and how I use and how I go about my use case for it and whatnot. But this is just a video, just kind of to show y'all, hey, won't y'all begin to use y'all device in different ways and be able to be intentional how y'all use it, so you can get the best value for your money. All right. Well, once again, this is like I said, I'm just. All right, so that was the whole video and whatnot. Yeah, some knucklehead behind me, but I ain't gonna say nothing about that. But that's the whole video. I know it's a little bit long and whatnot, and so we're gonna sign off on that note. But this was a video just about different use cases that you can use with the iPad Pro 13-inch M4. And we'll sign out. And like we always do on the end of our video, peace, one, and I'm out.